Hey guys, it's Lizzie recording another video for Go Fitness. This is a Pilates video. Make sure before you start that you're fit and healthy. You've got no socks on. If you are wearing socks, then make sure you've got trainers on. Otherwise do it barefoot so you've got good grip. Let's get warmed up. So feet are hip width apart, knees are slightly soft, you're pulling up towards the ceiling. Core is locked on. Remember, we're pulling into 50% of flattening that stomach. Shoulders are around and down, and you're pulling up towards the ceiling or towards the sky. Okay, so we're going to get warmed up. We'll warm up the neck first. So you're just going to turn, look over one shoulder, coming back to centre, to the other side. That's it, nice and slow. Really focus on your core as you do this. Focus on your posture. Make sure those shoulders stay back and down and you're nice and upright. Okay, last one. Then this time you're just going to drop one ear to the shoulder, hold for a few seconds and then come back up. And then to the other side and back up. That's it, down. Good. Keep that core nice and tight. Okay, last one each side. Okay, this time you're turning to look over one shoulder. You're just going to bring that chin round and down to the other side. So you're just doing a semicircle. You're not going all the way round, so you're not putting your neck into extension. You're just coming through flexion and rotation. Okay? Get that neck nice and warm, nice and safely. Good. Last one. Brilliant. Okay, placing one hand on the hip. And remember, lock on that core. You can pull up your pelvic floor as well. That feels like you're trying to stop yourself peeing. So pull that up too. Make sure your core's nice and strong. And then with the other arm, you're just going to start drawing a little figure of 8 on the ground, okay? So just drawing with that arm. Once you get familiar with the movement, start to accentuate it so you're going through that whole range of motion. So a really good way of mobilising that shoulder joint, okay? So follow that hand as it comes up behind you. Bring it up and over. Really stretch through the shoulder at the back of the movement. That's it. Last one. Good. Okay, changing sides. So start with your basic figure of 8 first of all, just so you get familiar with it. And then once you've got it, coming up and over. So round the front, up behind you and over. That's it. Don't stand too close to the glass. That's it. So you're really stretching through the back of that movement. Keep your tummy nice and tight. That's it. One more to go. Up and over. Good. Lovely. Now, arms at chest height, elbows bent. And you're just going to do 2 rotations one way and 2 the other. Just to warm up your back. Try and keep your shoulders down. So your shoulders are engaged. So 2 rotations one way, 2 the other. Keep that core nice and tight. Good. Last one. Okay, arms stay at shoulder height. And just going to bring them across the body. Just to dynamically open up your chest and just warm those shoulders up a little bit more. That's it. Nice and tight through that stomach, don't lock your knees. Good. And relax. Right, shake out those arms. Whilst this bit's nice and warm, we'll go into a neck stretch. So just going to push down with one hand, just reaching over, just pulling your head down to the opposite side. You can either push down with this hand or hold onto your leg. The aim is to stabilise that shoulder. So you're really pulling your ear away from your shoulder, keeping that core engaged. Focus on your breathing whilst you're here. As you breathe in through your nose, and really try and push your rib cage out towards the side. So you're not breathing up, you're trying to breathe out into the sides of your rib cage. That's it. So in through the nose, and then out through the mouth. Nice and slow. Lovely, good. Okay, coming back to centre. Staying on the same side. Again, anchor that shoulder, and now you're just going to look, pull that head down. You're looking down to that bottom hip, or to your underarm. So keep holding. Get a good stretch down the back of the neck. Don't let go of your stomach. That's it. Slowly coming out of that. Okay, now we go to the centre. So you interlock your fingers together. You're just popping them onto the back of your head, and then take a big breath in. And as you breathe out, you're just letting the weight of your shoulders just pull your chin down onto your chest. And you're just coming into flexion. Keep breathing whilst you're here. That's it. Slowly coming out of there. Rolling up. Relax the arms down. Now you're pushing down with the opposite side or holding onto that leg, and then you're just pulling over, pulling that ear towards your shoulder. So don't yank it, you're just gently easing it over. That's it. Don't forget, keep that core activated to 50%. You're pulling up your pelvic floor, your legs are relaxed, and you're breathing laterally into your chest. So you're trying to push your rib cage out sideways. That's it, relax into it. Good. Beautiful. Okay, coming up and out of there. Remember, you're staying on the same side, and you're just going to look down towards that bottom hip or your underarm, either way. You're just pulling your neck down. Getting a good stretch down the back and side of that neck. Remember, nice and easy, don't force it. That's it, keep breathing. Lovely, good, and coming back up. And then one more time through, interlock those fingers onto the back of the head. Big breath in, and then breathing out just to let everything just drop forwards. If you want to take the stretch a bit further, just breathing in, and then as you breathe out, you're just curling in on yourself a little bit more. Slowly coming out of there. So hard to talk like that. Okay, so we'll just warm up the rest of the body now. So feet, as I say, hip width apart. Just going to go into your hip circle, so you're pushing forward with your pelvis, then out to the side, then around to the back, then out to the other side. So forwards, side, round, and out. Good. One more this way. Forwards, side, round, and out. Okay, changing direction. So push to the side. That's it. Good. Round. And coming out. Good. To the side, round. Brilliant. Last one. Good. And then back up. We'll just warm up the legs. So get your balance, Remember, shoulders around and down. Lift one leg up, and we're just going to warm up the leg. So you're just circling that leg, kind of like a figure of 8 as well. Use your hands for balance if you need to. Whoa. Just coming across the body. Good. Lovely. One more. And then changing side, foot goes down. Lift up the other foot. Ooh, wobbly on this side. That's it. And then you're coming in to that warm up. Really, really keep your core locked on. That's it. You probably find that one side's easier than the other. Good. So just opening up those hips. Good. Last one. And down before you fall down. I've just come back from a really hilly bike ride. I'm so wobbly. Okay, right, from there, just going to walk through those toes. So you're walking through the legs. Get those calves nice and warm. Brilliant. Good. Okay, lovely. Shake out the legs. So, feet are hip width apart, stomach pulled in, knees are soft. Big breath in. You're going to breathe in. Coming up, come up onto your toes. You're going to hold for 10 seconds. Pull down those shoulders. And slowly coming down, lowering those heels back onto the ground. Okay, and again, big breath in. Pulling up to the ceiling, coming up onto those toes. Drop the shoulders, keep your core strong. Find something to focus on. That's it, and then slowly coming back down. Okay, and again, big breath in. Pulling up. That's it, breathing out, breathing in and out whilst you're here. Keep holding, stay nice and focused. That's it, and slowly down. Good, last one. Good, really reach up to the ceiling. Drop those shoulders, so you're trying to pull your shoulder blades down into your back. Good, lovely. And relax. Brilliant. So keeping that in mind, we are going to go into kind of a mobilization stretch exercise. So find yourselves a wall or a door, something that's going to be quite strong that can hold your weight. You can also do it on the floor. It's the same principle. Basically, you just want to feel something solid behind you. So I'm doing it against a glass door, so hopefully that's not going to go horrifically wrong. Right, the premise is that you're going to have your feet hip width apart, your knees slightly soft, pulling up through your core and your pelvic floor, shoulders around and down, chest and chin are high. So you're going to breathe in. You're going to bring those arms up to the top, so don't worry about your feet this time. Feet are flat on the ground, you're pulling up to the ceiling. The intention is to keep your arms and shoulders as engaged with the wall behind you as you can. So really pull your stomach in, and you're just going to slowly open out those arms, pushing them back into that wall. Try and have them in touch with the wall as much as you can, and you're bringing those elbows to your sides. So what you're doing, you're coming up again. So you're making like a W sign, if you can see at the top. We're coming up into a V now. So you're in a V, pushing those arms back against that wall, coming down. This is your W part, so we're coming down into the W. So I'm delusional, I need more water. That's it, and then coming up, back up into your V, okay? So big breath in, coming down, pushing those arms back, shoulders back, keeping your back in touch with the wall as much as you can, into your W, elbows into your sides, then coming up into the V. So keep going What the intention is with that exercise is that you are pulling your rib cage down, okay? So if I show you from the side, you're not arching your back against the wall, if you can see like that. You're trying to keep it flat and engaged with the wall. As you do that, you're pulling this part of your rib cage down. To do that, you really contract your stomach, you really contract those abs. They will flatten and pull that rib cage down. Okay, so it's a real good ab exercise. So we'll go again, well, obviously keep going. So you're starting in your V position, and then you're pushing everything back, pull that rib cage down, and you're coming into your W. Okay, so coming back out again, up to the ceiling, good. 2 more. So remember, trying to flatten your lower back towards the wall, keep that rib cage down and controlled. Try and relax the legs. So much to think about. So coming up to the V. And then last time, really, really pushing back. Push those arms back. Elbows down to your side. Good, keep holding, really hold. And then come up into that V to finish off. Stretch up. And then bring those arms down. Just relax those arms. Have a little shake out if you need to. Let's get the tension out there. Okay, so from there, we are going to go into just a little stretch. So you're going to interlock your fingers behind your back. Again, take your feet hip width apart. Pull your shoulders back. Sort of feels like you slightly want to dislocate them. Big breath in, and then as you breathe out, you're going to drop your chin onto your chest. Those arms are going to come up behind you as you come down just into a forward fold. Try and pull those hands away from your bum. Hold them for as long as you can. When it's too much, let them go in as a controlled manner as possible. Relax down into your forward fold. Let your head go floppy. Let your arms go floppy. You can hold on to your elbows if your hands are already on the floor. And it will just mean you can go a bit further. Brilliant, good. And then when you're ready, just relax your arms. Big breath in, and then slowly breathing out, just to push each vertebra up towards the ceiling. Head and neck come up last, and finish with a shoulder roll. Okay, so we're going to do that again. So clasp those fingers behind your back. Don't really want to do this with sweaty hands, it's quite hard. Pull those shoulders back, pushing up. Big breath in, drop the chin onto the chest. Folding forwards, don't knock out the knees. And trying to bring those hands over your head. Keep holding. Try and relax into it as much as you can. Let the arms go when you have to. Again, hold on to your elbows whilst you're down there. Or hands are on the floor, either way is fine. If you want to take the stretch a bit further this time, you can also take hold of the back of your legs. Doesn't matter if you're up here or lower down. Take a big breath in, and then as you breathe out, you're just pulling yourself towards your thighs. Lovely. And relax. Big breath in. Slowly breathing out. Just to individually push each vertebra up towards the ceiling. That's it. Head comes up last. Shoulder roll. Good. And relax. Okay, so from there, we will go into our... Let's do a hip flexor stretch actually, whilst we're still standing. So we know this. Take hold of that foot. Pull up towards your bum. You're going to bring those knees together. So if I show you from the front, knees are together, not over there. Really push your hips forward. Hold on to something if you need to. If you want to make the stretch stronger, take the other hand onto the foot and pull that leg behind you. Really keep that core strong. Head and chest high. So keep holding. Fabulous, good. And relax. Changing sides. Taking hold of that other foot. Pulling towards your bum. Remember, keep those knees together. Don't want your legs wide open. That's it. And then you're just pulling your heel towards you. Should feel a nice stretch through the front of the thigh. Keep looking forward. Relax your shoulders. And keep breathing. Lovely. And slowly bring that leg back down. Okay, so from there, we're going to go into our sun salutation. So it's a bit yoga-y, a bit more yoga than Pilates. So we've done this before. So you're pulling up towards the ceiling, knees are hip width apart. You're going to take a big breath in, breathing out. That's it, reach up to the ceiling. As you breathe out, you're just dropping your chin onto your chest. Slowly coming forward into your roll down. That's it. So when you're down here, just spend a little time having a stretch. Remember, don't lock your knees. I've taught this for years and I still really inclined to lock my knees. So really try and make sure they're a little bit soft. It's a bit too much on the joints otherwise. So from there, you're going to breathe in, come halfway up to like a halfway fold. That's it, work those hamstrings. You're going to hold whilst you're there. The arms are floppy. It's all on those hamstrings and core. So pull that core in nice and tight. That's it, and then you're coming down. Relax down, stretch out those hamstrings. Okay, place the palms on the floor, palms go near your feet. You're going to walk or jump your legs back so that you're in a plank position. A high plank or press up position, whatever you prefer to call it. You're going to hold that. If you want to make it harder, you can just push forwards and backwards on your toes, just to make it a bit harder whilst you're there. You feel the need. Good. So from there, just going to slowly lower yourself to the ground. Slowly. That's it. Uncurl your toes. Just going to move forward a bit so you can see me. So your toes are relaxed, and then you're just going to really stretch your head away from your spine. So you're really lengthening through your spine. As you come up into your cobra, so try and look at the ceiling. They're not very bendy this way. That's it, keep holding. Try and relax the shoulders a bit if you can. And then you're slowly breathing out to lower back down. Tuck those feet under, those toes under. And then you're pushing back into your downward dog. It's going to move the rug because it's really slippy. So into your downward dog. Your feet, ideally you're trying to push your heels towards the ground. So you should get a good stretch through the hamstrings and calves. And then with your upper body, you're trying to get your upper body through your shoulders. So you're pushing your chest towards your feet. Keep holding. And then from there, you're going to walk or jump your feet forwards, back into your forward fold. Have Have a little stretch, a little rest here. And then breathe in when you're ready. And slowly, slowly breathing out. Just to come back up. Remember, shoulders and head come up last. Okay, we're going to do that again. Just going to move the rug more. Okay, so big deep breath in. Reaching up to the ceiling. Breathing out as you drop the chin onto the chest. Arms come down. Weight of the head and arms pull you down towards the floor. Remember, don't look at your knees. Have a little rest when you're here. Then you're going to breathe in, come up halfway. Remember, this is working the hamstrings. Keep the arms floppy. Pull your tummy in. Keep the head in line with the back. Really feel those hamstrings working. That's it. Big breath in and then slowly breathing out just to come back down again. Relax down here. Then when you're ready, place the palms of your hands onto the floor. Jump or step back those feet. So you're in your high plank position or your press up position. If you need to put your knees on the floor for this, that's absolutely fine. Do challenge yourself though. Try and give it a go. That's it, so hold. Remember to make it harder. You can just push yourself forwards and backwards. Just rocking on those toes. Keep the head in line with the back, keep your bum nice and high. And then from there, you're just going to slowly, slowly lower down towards the ground. Keep those elbows close to your chest, to your rib cage. Relax your toes, and then you're pushing up into Cobra. I have to say this is like my least favourite exercise. I'm not a fan of Cobra, but it's good for you. Don't force it, and really try and lengthen your spine as you do it. And somehow keep breathing. That's it, and then slowly bending those elbows just to come back down towards the ground. And then you're tucking those toes under, pushing yourself up and back into your downward dog. Remember, you're trying to get your heels towards the floor. Doesn't matter if they're not completely touching, as long as you feel a good stretch, and then you're pushing your chest through your shoulders. So a really good stretch. That's it. Whilst you're there, you can also just walk through those legs. That's it. Let's get a little bit more of a dynamic stretch. Good, and then when you've had enough, you're walking or jumping your feet forwards, your back into your complete forward fold. And then a big breath in, and slowly breathing out, just to come back up. And roll the shoulders. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. We're going to add some more bits in. It's up to you which level you want to do it to. You can carry on as we have been, or I'm just going to give you a couple of options. If you do the video more than once, which obviously I hope you do, feel free to add those options in and build up to them. So, let's get positioned, hip width apart, knees are soft, breathing in, reaching up to the ceiling, breathing out as you drop your chin onto your chest, arms are slowly, slowly pulling you down, that's it, coming down to the ground, okay. So So relaxing here, remember don't lock the knees. Hold that position. Okay, so you're going to breathe in, come up halfway into your half forward fold. That's it, all on the hamstrings. Keep the head in line with the back. Really, really activate those hamstrings. Arms are heavy. It's all on the legs. Good, keep breathing. Okay, breathing in. And then breathing out, slowly come down. Remember, don't lock out those knees. Relax down there. Try and take that stretch a little further if you can. Now that you've done it a few times, you're nice and warm. Okay, palms go flat on the floor. Bend your knees if you need to, that's fine. And then remember, you're walking or jumping those feet back into your high plank. Bum stays high, not too high. It's not a downward dog. So you're going to hold that position. An option to make it harder is now just to lift one foot off the floor for a few seconds, then changing sides. Other foot comes off. Change sides again. And again. One more time, otherwise keep holding if you're not doing this. Last change. Good. Both feet down, slowly lowering down to the ground. Elbows close to rib cage. Relax those toes. Bring yourself up into cobra. Again, don't force it. Try and relax your shoulders. Brilliant. Lovely. Slowly coming down. Okay. Just going to wipe my hands, I'm covered in sun foundation. Okay, so from here, you're pushing back, you're curling your toes under, pushing back into your downward dog. Heels are close to the floor, pushing your chest forwards or towards those feet. So if you want an option for this, let me just find a bit of floor that's less slippery. So you're in your downward dog position. Your option to make it harder is to bring one leg up behind you, okay? So you're going to hold that up there, then you're going to bend and straighten. So bend and straighten. Bend, straighten. Two more. If you want to keep the easier option, then we're just walking through the feet like I showed you before. Hold, and then slowly down. Changing sides. Other leg comes up. And then you'll bend and straighten. So bend and straighten. Keep your tummy nice and tight. Two more. Good, hold. Slowly bring that leg down. Oh, we've got shaky legs today. So stretch through. Remember, walk those feet if you need to. And then you're going to jump or step forwards to your hands. Straightening up. Relax at the bottom. And then a big breath in, slowly, slowly, breathing out to come back up. And roll your shoulders. Good. Okay, so last exercise, grab your mat if you haven't already been on your mat. Hopefully you can see me. Okay, so you are coming, we'll stretch out the front of the shoulders first. So have your hands facing away from you, your fingers are facing away, you can see. So fingers are facing away. If you have hypermobile elbows, which means elbows that are excessively loose or easy to injure, then make sure you keep a bend in them at all times. And you're just going to shuffle your bum away from you, keeping your hands where they are. You're shuffling out and leaving your hands and shoulders behind. And you'll feel a really, really good stretch through the front of the shoulders. It's not very nice, but it's a brilliant stretch. So try and breathe into it, because as you breathe in, you'll accentuate the stretch, which you can probably feel. You can have your legs straight if you want, it's up to you. Straight or bent. Really push through. Keep your core locked on. That's it. Come out of there, whichever way is comfortable. Shake out your arms. We're going to go again. So, have those hands facing backwards. Elbows straight or bent, it's up to you. And then you're just going to walk yourself, shuffle that bum forwards until you feel that stretch. You'll feel it through your biceps, which is at the front of the shoulder, where your biceps tendon is. Try and look at the ceiling so your head's in line with your back still. And breathe into that stretch to make it stronger. Good. Last time. Brilliant. And come out of that however you need to. That's it. Relax those shoulders. Give them a little shake. Okay. So we will just go into one more exercise. Actually, I'm going to do it off the mat because my mat slips as well. Everything slips. So this is building up to a reverse plank. I've done it with some of you before. So you're going to be as you were. So your hands are facing backwards. Palms are on the floor. Walk your feet forward a little bit. You're going to take a big breath in. As you breathe out, you're pulling in your stomach and you're coming up into a tabletop position. So you're pushing your hips up towards the ceiling. Again, if you have any kind of elbow injuries, just have a little bend through those. And you're pushing your hips up. Head looks at the ceiling, stays in line with the back, don't let it drop. Keep nice and strong. And then you're slowly bringing that chin to the chest and coming down. Okay, have a little relax if you need to. Okay, prepare yourself, you're breathing in. You're breathing out. As you breathe out, you're pushing up through those feet, through those hands. Hips are nice and high. Get that tummy pulled in, nice and flat. Really keep that pelvis high. Remember, don't drop the head. Keep holding. That's it, good. And slowly coming out of that, letting the head come forwards. Slowly lowering down. Shake out the arms if you need to. Get ready to reset. We're going to go again. So, feet are hip width apart, slightly forward. Remember those hands are facing backwards. Breathing in, breathing out, just to push up, get those hips high. Now try and relax, this sounds crazy, try and relax through your legs so you're not pushing up through them so hard, and try and relax through your arms a little bit as well. Keep that pelvis high. That's it, keep pushing up. Good, keep holding. And slowly coming back down. Make sure your knees aren't flaring out to the side as well. What I mean by that is you're going to be a little bit wobbly, but just make sure they're not kind of dropping out to the sides and really unstable. So go again at that level if you want to keep it at that level. Otherwise, you're going to progress it to a complete reverse plank. Shake out the wrists if you need to. It's quite heavy on the wrists. And this time, your heels are on the ground, your hands are facing backwards. Taking a big breath in. As you breathe out, you're just going to lift your body up off the floor and hold. You can point your toes, you're activating more of your leg muscles to do it. Or you can have them loose, it's up to you. Don't drop the head back. Keep those hips high. Hold. And then slowly coming out of that when you need to. Good, lovely. And relax. Shake out the arms. We'll do that one more time. It's quite a tough one to end on. So again, challenge yourself though. If you're finding the tabletop one too easy, then this is the one. This is definitely the one. Okay, so big breath in. As you breathe out, those hips come up. You're pushing up towards the ceiling. Don't lock the elbows. Don't drop the head back. Core nice and tight. Push those heels into the ground. Good. And then slowly coming down. That is enough of that. Good. And relax. Oh. Shake out everything. You'll probably feel that a bit now. Okay. We'll just go into a quick stretch whilst we're here. So, you take the legs into straddle. So, as wide as you can get them. Okay. You're going to take a big breath in. Reach up to the ceiling. Breathing out just to come forward, down to the centre. Remember, you're hinging from your pelvis. You're not bending your back over. You're not trying to curve your back. You're just trying to get your belly button towards the floor. Relax the legs. That's it, keep holding. Big breath in. Breathing out to take it further. Good, okay. Slowly coming up, walk your hands up. Okay, last time, bring those arms up above your head, reaching up to the ceiling, and then you're coming down to one side. Try and keep that knee straight, like leg is straight, knees flat on the floor as much as it can be. Chest is coming towards that thigh, and you're reaching towards your foot or past it. So relax into that stretch with the breathing. Lovely, good. Slowly coming out of there. And then coming over to the other side. So this is the proper last time. You're stretching up to the ceiling, turning, and then slowly coming down towards that side. Relax that leg, relax those toes. And you're trying to get your belly button onto your thigh. That's it. Work with your breathing. So big breath in. breathing out just to take it a little further. Brilliant, good. Right, slowly, slowly coming out of there. Do more stretching at home if you've got time. Everything's starting to get a bit busier now, isn't it? Shake out those legs. You can bend your knees, you can drop them side to side just to loosen out the legs and the lower back. And then give yourselves a round of applause. You've got all done. Well done. See you in the week.